Alright, head back to the game. All the settings are set. Let's get started. Yeah, we get Bohemians again. I think Bohemians might have my favorite Civilization theme, music theme. Let's change the names here. But I think we need to head back because that's not the correct civ for SilverTongue. Oh boy. Started the civs, but didn't hit the custom. Alright, now we go for real. The Mongol theme is also pretty good. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Bandit. Hope you have a good night. Alright, so for our final match of the evening, we've got SilverTongue versus Vagabond, both AIs made by Rorik. So if both AIs kind of go from by their classic strategies, SilverTongue should win on Arabia, but Vagabond should win on Arena. But we'll see what happens. A lot of things can change in these games. We've had an Arena AI win on Arabia and lose on Arena, so a lot can happen. And so this will be the last game in the first round. So what will happen is after this stream is over, we'll enter into a brief period between rounds 1 and round 2 where people can submit updates. And then round 2 will start in less than a week. I'll announce the deadline to submit updates for AIs. Probably like 5 or so days from now. And then once round 2 starts, updates to AIs will not be accepted for the rest of the tournament. You have to kind of go with whatever code you can get by the end of that date. So make sure to play it safe and focus on fixing bugs. You don't want to introduce a bug with any updates that you provide before round 2 and have to play with it throughout the rest of the tournament. Alright, so we got the boar coming in for SilverTongue and Javelina, but still it's a boar. And then for Vagabond, the same thing. Boar is coming in. Got a lumber camp already up. And so Vagabond has a lot of idle TC time. I didn't see what that was. It's probably from hunting the boar, but I'm not positive. But Vagabond didn't go for limbs, so it also could have just been a bunch of time where there wasn't enough food to train villagers. So that's pretty rough for Vagabond. I wish I was on Pro Capture so I could rewind and rewatch that moment, but you can't. So we got lumber camp in the back for SilverTongue and a mill on the berries. Pretty classic. We got chickens for Arabia. We'll see if either AI goes for the chickens or not. Just taking a look at the resources gathered. SilverTongue is getting way ahead in resources. Vagabond is falling behind. You can also tell just by the villager count. So yeah, SilverTongue or Vagabond was just not able to train a bunch of villagers for a period of time. That's what explains the idle TC. So this is definitely SilverTongue's game to win. Feudal Age coming in for SilverTongue, 24 pop. Barracks laid down. So I'm trying to remember if SilverTongue, what kind of strategies it goes for. It could be scouts, it could be archers. I think its original versions were mostly archers, but SilverTongue's had a bunch of strategies added in the past. So it looks like SilverTongue might be going for archers again. Then we got Double Bit X coming in, as well as Horse Collar. And it looks like it might be single archer range. No blacksmith or market placed yet, so that's unusual. Might have been saving up for the second archer range. Alright, Forge Wish is gone for Vagabond. And not a whole lot of farms waiting for the villagers to go to. So we'll temporarily have a bunch of extra villagers on wood until I can get the farms going. And it might just be due to not having deer that it can push in, and also Vagabond's missing one of its llamas. Interestingly enough, it looks like Vagabond has two relics that are pretty close to its town they could gather pretty easily. And supposed to a degree, SilverTongue does as well. So we got 4 villagers, or 4 archers, 5 archers now. We got fletching. Might see SilverTongue attacking pretty soon. And looks like SilverTongue actually got the last llama. Kinda getting the last laugh. Not funny. Anyway. So we got the blacksmith going up for Vagabond. And then we'll see if it's a market for Vagabond. I think that's what Vagabond will go for. But we'll see. Alright, so we got some archers distracted by the scout. Hey, Toby. Just watching the last set of the round 1. We played the... Let's see. We played the Master Switch Soldier at the beginning of the stream, so you can definitely catch it on the VOD on demand. But in the meantime, we've got archers from SilverTongue attacking Vagabond. And Vagabond has the resources to go up, but not the buildings yet. Needs the extra wood for one of the buildings. But it's got the mining camp to gather stone, as well as a mining camp for gold. Alright, lost some wood, so where did that wood go? Okay, we got a market going down for Vagabond. And no villager kills yet for SilverTongue, just attacking a house. So for the moment, Vagabond is safe. But you'll need to get to Castle Age and start doing some in here pretty soon. villager was too vulnerable. And that might bring the archers around this way toward the mining camp. Yep, there they go. Alright, so we got some stone miners going, and Vagabond is up to Castle Age. SilverTongue's getting wheelbarrow. So, SilverTongue's definitely getting some villager kills here. 5 kills at this point. And Vagabond's gathering stone. For those of you who know Vagabond, you probably know what Vagabond's going for pretty well. But Koreans and gathering stone usually means 2 things. But for Vagabond, it means 1 thing. So, SilverTongue's got a lumber camp for 2 different forests, so that's fun. And looks like SilverTongue is saving up for Castle Age. But Vagabond just reached Castle Age. Vagabond's at 440 stone. Alright, so Vagabond finally got Loom, which should definitely help against the archers. Would have been nice to get it sooner, but not much you can do about it now, I suppose. So we got a monastery, but nothing else for Vagabond yet. 540, 550 stone. And a whole bunch of archers for SilverTongue, and going up to Castle Age. Regardless, 14 villager kills is quite a lot. That might be enough to take out Vagabond. But, okay, we got... Let's see, okay. We got these archers chasing this villager. Where are these villagers going? So these villagers are going back. Oh, and these villagers were found by this archer. But looks like that archer retreated out of range of this castle. So we'll get the castle up, but it's not going to defend against these archers. Alright, we got a monk. Already got 1 relic, but I think it's going to try and get a 2nd relic, and it's going to die to this archer, I think. If not, it might die to these archers. Oh, here we go. Okay. Alright, SilverTongue's the Castle Age. We've got 1 war wagon on the way. This 1 war wagon might be enough to clean up these archers. Let's see. Yeah, I think it will. Even with the 5ers. Okay, you guys just got crossbow come in. No other upgrades yet besides the feudal upgrades. Oh, we got the, we've got Bodkin, no. Yes, we got Bodkin in from earlier. And then we got the +1 armor. Okay, we got 3 more war wagons. Alright, so now SilverTongue's bringing in more reinforcements. These will be needed to take out these war wagons before they get too massed up. This might be the big battle of the game. We got the scout coming in to help against the war wagon, but the war wagons are going down. Yeah, there's just too many crossbows for the war wagons to take out the ranged units effectively. So, Vagabond's still gathering some stones, so maybe Vagabond can get a second castellet that's in a better spot. And unfortunately, it seems like the war wagon's not picking a very good target. It should be attacking this guy, but it's not. But maybe a second castle will help, but it has to be in a good spot that also defends the town somehow, but I'm not sure if you can really manage that at this point. SilverTongue might take this one, but Vagabond might have a better chance on Arena. Yeah, and SilverTongue has some good code to run away from the castles, so it's not going to lose all of its units to them. Yeah, and we have a ram coming to maybe take it down. Vagabond wouldn't have... Vagabond might have murder holes. Let's see. There's a university there. Okay, no murder holes. These villagers are running somewhere. Once this castle goes down, I'll call the game. Alright, GG. Alright, now it's time for Arena. SilverTongue on Arena plays Britons and Teutons. And Vagabond plays Portuguese and Khmer. And here we go. Last game of the night. Alright, so we got a chicken arena. And let's see. So this time, Vagabond doesn't have a huge amount of idle TC time, which is good. I kind of wonder if Vagabond might have had a better chance to get back into the game if it hadn't lost the minute of idle TC time last game. the first number camp up for SilverTongue, and the same for Vagabond. I'm surprised that goat was missed. This one is also missed. And SilverTongue missed one goat as well. There's the boar for SilverTongue, who just got the last goat. And Vagabond just needs to find one more now. Alright, Loom for Vagabond. Again, a little bit early, but perhaps Vagabond couldn't train any villagers at the time. And then SilverTongue still hasn't gotten Loom, so that's, considering it's Serene, then that's probably a good thing. Save it for later. Otherwise, AI is doing typical Dark Age things. Exploring, gathering boar, building mills, building houses, exploring unimportant areas. And not finding each other yet, but that's okay. Yep. It'll happen soon. So, besides the fact that Vagabond went for Loom early, both AIs are pretty much even right now. So SilverTongue has a little bit less idle TC time though, so it's even ignoring Loom, it's getting ahead on villagers. At the same time, SilverTongue has a bit more idle eco. That could be from villagers getting into the TC for the boar hunting to keep them safe, but I wasn't watching closely enough to tell. So, if I remember right from the previous games, the Rorix AIs would probably be ignoring the chickens, which, as long as both are ignoring it, they'll probably work out just fine. Neither one will get an advantage, so it looks like SilverTongue's getting Loom now. And maybe SilverTongue will then go up to Feudal Age after this. Nope, just still making villagers. "15 villagers gathering from forage bushes. That is a lot. Just looking at the Vagabond's build order, probably needs a lot more villagers on wood so it can make some more farms. But it's also quite possible that Vagabond's build order was made for deer maps, where you could rely on that extra food and not bring your villagers to forage bushes as early. But both AIs are going for a 28 pop feudal. And SilverTongue's adding a gold mine on a different one that villager's gathering from, unfortunately. While Vagabond's had a mining camp for a little while, it looks like. And these villagers will not have enough farms to go to continue food collection. I think Vagabond will need to send a bunch to gold. Actually, that's SilverTongue's gold. Vagabond's fine on gold. Should be able to go up to Castle Age after this villager is done. There we go. Going up to Castle Age for Vagabond. And then SilverTongue is doing a typical, its usual archer range build. But it looks like it's not training the archers yet. So SilverTongue has the buildings it needs to go up to the next stage, just waiting for the food and gold. Yeah, it needs a few more gold miners, I think. It's bringing in one more, I think. Oh, and we got the mining camp outside the wall, unfortunately. Alright, so we got a market going down for Vagabond. And a mining camp for Vagabond. So this game is definitely going smoother for Vagabond than the last one. And we got an outside mill here for SilverTongue. Kind of an awkward choice, but maybe these forage bushes will all be gone by the time that Vagabond tries to attack. Alright, so SilverTongue is going for the, looks like up to 3 archer ranges. It's halfway to Castle Age at this point. And Vagabond is still saving up to build a castle. But I'm feeling like SilverTongue, if it's going for archers, even as Britons, which is what you'd want to go for as archers, I'm not sure if those archers will be the best response to something like ballistic elephants. I think, I'm trying to remember how much Pierce Armor Ballistic Elephants I have. I think they might be less than War Wagons, but they're just so tanky because of the HP that there's not much. I think they still have enough Pierce Armor that they're not weak to archers. Alright, so we got a town center on the outside for SilverTongue. And unfortunately there's a bear, so that caused those 4 villages to be retasked. Now here we go, we have the castle from Vagabond. With 8 villagers building on it. Now 5. Alright, so those forage bushes are gone now. Something I haven't really noticed until recently is that these, I think the forage bushes leave these like dead bushes behind to kind of show that they've been all completely gathered from. I think that's an interesting touch. Alright, so we got another mill from SilverTongue, this time for chickens. It's kind of surprising that we didn't build one back here, but there's strangely only 4 chickens back here. Maybe some of them were gathered earlier. So 2 ballistic elephants Okay, so actually 3 pierce armor, that's plenty for, that's the same amount that the war wagon has, so they're plenty tanky against ranged units. I'm curious if SilverTongue will try to take the chickens here by the TC. Vagabond's still on 2 ballista elephants. I wonder what's... I guess it's just not getting enough food income to keep on training them. Meanwhile, SilverTongue has 11 archers. Soon to be more. Probably to get crossbow pretty soon. But also, just like Vagabond is low on food. Yeah, I would say that against an opponent with a castle like Vagabond, trying to boom up and get to Imperial Age is probably the way to go. So it's good that SilverTongue has 3 TCs. The alternative, I suppose, is to get some monks in siege, monks and mangonels, to try to hold up a defensive position while also booming up. But SilverTongue is not going to do that, unfortunately. And instead, it looks like SilverTongue is going to attack even before getting crossbow. That seems rather foolish. So we got 4 battle elephants, ballista elephants. And ballista elephants aren't... They might take some bonus damage against rams, but I don't think they will. Yeah, so this is not gonna end well for SilverTongue. Well, maybe as long as the ballista elephants keep on attacking the rams, it might be just fine. But SilverTongue really needs crossbows. So actually, hold on here. These rams are not taking much damage at all from the ballista elephants, and SilverTongue brought in a whole bunch of monks. So Vagabond could be in trouble here. So HP wise, both armies are rather even. But Vagabond does have a second castle in the back, so that's going to be important. And the castle goes down. And SilverTongue is doing all this just with archers and monks and some siege. But now that the ballista elephants aren't attacking the rams, I think SilverTongue's army is going to go down pretty quickly here. And are these rams going to attack the walls? I'm not sure. Yeah, what really helped SilverTongue knock down that castle is the fact that he had some monks. So getting some more monks on the field, I think, is going to be the key. for SilverTongue here. Because right now, Vagabond has the score lead, is going up to Imperial Age. And right now, SilverTongue needs to limit its crossbow production because they're just going to die to all of these ballista elephants. At the very least, we got a castle for SilverTongue, which, if things go bad, SilverTongue will have that castle for defense. But for some reason, SilverTongue's rams are going idle. I'm not sure why. Okay, so that... yeah. It kind of looks like they're just on stand ground or no attack stance. So Monk is still getting some conversions here. And it doesn't look like Capture Age shows you the faith from monks. So you gotta wait until we get a trying to convert here. So it looks like for now SilverTongue is able to keep Vagabond at bay. But Vagabond's Imperial Age is getting the elite upgrade, getting Bodkin, which is not as important for the ballista elephants, but it's good for the castles. And also getting some swordsmen here, which will be not great against the crossbows, but it's good to have a support unit here for the ballista elephants. Yeah, so Vagabond definitely has the advantage right now. Got this... okay, yeah, that swordsman will take out the ram, and then that'll end this threat from SilverTongue. And SilverTongue is banking up a lot of food, but doesn't have the gold to go to Imperial Age. We've got an attack going on down here. Must have had an open gate for the Bliss Elephants to get through. Alright, SilverTongue is adding light cav, it looks like. Interesting, going for Yeoman. Yeah, unfortunately, monks and mangonels are the best units here for SilverTongue, but doesn't seem to know to go for them. Monks it's sort of going for, but just not enough of them. So it looks like Vagabond's just going to slowly bank up resources, build up the army, and it's like slowly push its way towards SilverTongue's base. Pretty soon I think we'll see SilverTongue be overwhelmed. But first I think, okay, we got some siege. I was about to say, I think we needed some more siege here from Vagabond, but we got some coming. Yeah, unfortunately, just reading the chat again. Unfortunately, AIs often like pick their targets, kind of ignoring walls and ignoring being able to actually path to attack the target. So often they'll pick a target inside the wall and try to get to that target to attack it, but then they can't get there because of the wall. And usually the walls aren't the highest priority target. And so it's pretty easy to get into a situation where AIs just kind of like are stuck against the walls and unable to get in because they won't attack the wall. So a lot of AIs have to like specifically tell it that the walls are higher priority in order to get them to break in properly. Alright, so we got some trebuchets here from Vagabond. So I think once we get this castle taken out, it might be too much for SilverTongue. Yeah, so those trebuchets attacking the actually looks like they're trying to attack the crossbowmen. Not really the best targets. Alright, Ballista Elephants attacking the castle. Hopefully those trebuchets join in and start helping. And nope, it's siege workshop time. But one building at a time, I guess. So that university is not going to help too much for SilverTongue. Yeah, unfortunately, due to what I was talking about earlier, we might not really see Vagabond break through the walls until all of the other stuff near the wall has been taken out. But it's possible I might just call the game GG before that point. So we got these trebuchets to attack this castle. The other option, of course, is that SilverTongue decides to bring in villagers through the gate and just let Vagabond's army in. SilverTongue really wants that university. It's not going to save him. And the gate is open. Let the military units run free. I think when SilverTongue falls below 40 pop will end the game. Yep, that's GG. Oh, and SilverTongue resigned for me. Alright, taking a look at the stats here. Not really too much interesting to see here. Pretty much even until Vagabond came ahead with villagers. And yeah, the APM, even if I had pro, the APM is always 0 for AIs. Alright, now back to the game just to see the actual game stats.